Let's now understand the characteristic structure of skeletal muscle. So each organized skeletal muscle is made up of a number of muscle bundle or fascicles which are held together by a common collagenous connective tissue called fascia. So fascia is nothing but a collagenous connective tissue layer that is holding number of muscle bundle or fascicles. So here we can observe the deep fascia and the fasciculus, which are basically holding the number of muscle fibers or bundles together in order to constitute the structure of the skeletal muscle as a whole. So here we can observe the structures well in detail. Here we can observe the fascia. And what is fascia? It is the collagenous connective tissue layer. It is made up of collagen protein. The skeletal muscle is composed of large number of elongated cells called muscle fiber. So muscle fibers are nothing but large number of elongated, long in structure cells which are making up the muscle fiber. These cells are not only elastic but are also joined with each other by help of certain intermediate structures which we will be discussing later on, and these are important for maintenance of the characteristic body shape which we have. The outermost covering of muscle is called epimysium. So here we can observe the epimysium. That's the outermost covering of muscle fiber. Each bundle of muscle fiber, which is called a fasciculus. So fasciculus is basically the individual or unit muscle fiber, is surrounded by another connective tissue called perimysium. So after epimysium, we have a layer known as perimysium within. That is going to line up each bundle of muscle fiber called fasciculus. Inside fasciculus, there are several muscle fibers, each surrounded by connective tissue called endomysium. So endomysium is broadly the inner layer of covering of the muscle fibers. They are present definitely inside the fasciculus, where we find several muscle fibers, each of the fibers are surrounded by connective tissue covering, and that covering is known as endomysium. Each muscle fiber is lined by the plasma membrane called sarcolemma enclosing the sarcoplasm. So sarcolemma is nothing but the plasma membrane of each individual muscle fiber, and inside this they have got the sarcoplasm. Structures are present such as the sarcoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, mitochondria, myofibrils, and so on. So definitely sarcolemma is the membranous plasma membrane covering of the sarcoplasm, that is the cytoplasm of the muscle fiber, we can say. The muscle fiber is a syncytium, as the sarcoplasm contains many nuclei. So we know syncytium means there are several nucleus. These are long cylindrical fiber with many nucleus. And please remember that we are talking about the skeletal muscles here. So the skeletal muscle fibers are syncytium because their sarcoplasm surrounded by sarcolemma has got large number of nuclei. The endoplasmic reticulum is also known as sarcoplasmic reticulum, which you have already seen in the diagram before. Okay, so the sarcoplasmic reticulum of the muscle fiber is storehouse for calcium ions. This is a very important thing. Calcium ions, the Ca2+ ions. The Ca2+ ions are stored in the Sarcoplasmic Reticulum, which are the ER of Endoplasmic Reticulum of muscle fibers. Endoplasmic Reticulum of muscle fibers, or Sarcoplasmic Reticulum, for as it is present inside the sarcoplasm, surrounded by sarcolemma, that is the plasma membrane of muscle fiber. Now, a characteristic feature of muscle fiber is the presence of large number of parallelly arranged filaments in the sarcoplasm called myofilaments. So myofilaments are nothing but the structures which are parallelly arranged and filamentous in nature. The microfilaments are also known as myofibrils as a contractile element. Just we can observe here, and these perform very important function during muscle contraction. We will understand the contraction mechanism later on in this chapter.